Hey guys! Today we're diving into something absolutely mind-blowing. You won't believe what's been happening at the Three Gorges Dam over the past 20 years. You know that massive 1,000 square kilometer reservoir? Well, it's basically turned into the world's most epic fish tank. And let me tell you, the size of these fish will absolutely blow your mind. Stick around to find out more, and hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more awesome content like this. You know, in recent years, China has been absolutely crushing it when it comes to environmental protection and sustainable development. The Three Gorges Dam area isn't just China's largest hydroelectric project, it's become this incredible new ecosystem. Get this, they actually introduced thousands of fish into the reservoir to help restore the aquatic environment. But here's the thing, it's been over 20 years now, and you've gotta wonder, what's happened to all those fish, and how's the ecosystem doing? When most people think of the Three Gorges Dam, they're like, oh yeah, that huge hydroelectric project that controls floods and generates power. But check this out, because of its massive water storage capacity, it's created this absolutely enormous reservoir upstream, covering an insane 1,048 square kilometers. And since the dam is 185 meters tall, the reservoir can get as deep as 175 meters. We're talking about almost 40 billion cubic meters of water here, folks. That's 1.5 times more than Lake Poyang, China's largest natural freshwater lake at its highest level. So yeah, calling it China's largest freshwater lake wouldn't be a stretch at all. After 20 plus years of operation, this reservoir has basically become this massive artificial lake, with water levels reaching 135 meters and covering over 1,000 square kilometers. And here's where it gets really interesting. To protect the Yangtze River ecosystem, the government has put in place some serious conservation measures, including a fishing ban. And let me tell you, the fish are living their best lives. They're growing to absolutely ridiculous sizes. Locals keep reporting seeing these monster fish in the water. Think about it. Fish in reservoirs generally grow bigger than those in ponds anyway, and catching fish weighing dozens of pounds is pretty common. But the Three Gorges Reservoir? It's way deeper than most lakes and coastal waters, making it perfect for fish to thrive. And with no large-scale fishing for nearly 20 years, these fish have been bulking up like crazy. Get this, local fishermen say someone once caught a black carp weighing 400 pounds. And others talk about catching 300-pound silver carp, you know, those bighead fish. Now, normally these species only grow to maybe 100 pounds or so in regular rivers and ponds. But reservoirs are a whole different ballgame. Like, back in 2015, they pulled a 180-pound silver carp out of the Qiandao Lake Reservoir, which is way smaller than Three Gorges. So here's the thing, when you see these fish like Black Carp and Bighead Carp in regular settings, they don't look that impressive. But man, in the Yangtze River, they're like completely different creatures. And it totally makes sense when you think about it. They're living their best life out there, you know? No fishing pressure, clean water thanks to all the environmental improvements, and plenty of good food to munch on. Get this, some fishermen actually caught a black carp that weighed over 400 pounds. And that's not all. They also found this monster bighead carp that was longer than 10 feet. Like, that's taller than your basketball hoop. And honestly, these might not even be the biggest ones out there. Pretty wild to think about, right? But wait till you hear about the rare species. They're even more mind-blowing. The Chinese paddlefish used to be the king of the Yangtze. Such a bummer though. This incredible fish had been around for literally millions of years, way longer than us humans, and was one of China's largest freshwater fish. It was this really unique species that would migrate between different parts of the river, but then, the Three Gorges Dam and Gashoba Dam kind of messed up their migration routes. Add in overfishing and pollution, and well, sadly, in 2019, they were declared extinct. Pretty heartbreaking, honestly. So now you're probably wondering, well, what's the biggest fish in the Three Gorges now? After the Chinese paddlefish disappeared, the Chinese sturgeon took the crown. These bad boys are absolute units. We're talking about fish that regularly weigh over 660 pounds and can grow longer than 16 feet. How crazy is that? The Chinese sturgeon has this super interesting life cycle. The young ones hang out in the ocean with their parents, eating marine creatures and just doing their thing. When they grow up, they make this epic 1,800-mile journey upstream in the Yangtze to lay their eggs. The problem is, just like with the paddlefish, the dams have really messed with their migration patterns. The good news? China's been working super hard to protect these amazing creatures. They've set up nature reserves and even figured out how to breed them in captivity, regularly releasing baby sturgeons into the river to keep the population going. Now, while you won't find Chinese sturgeon in the Three Gorges reservoir itself, there are still some pretty massive fish in there. Like, fishermen have caught bighead carp weighing over 300 pounds in the upper reservoir area. That's crazy, right? And with the current fishing ban in place, we're probably going to see even more big fish showing up throughout the Yangtze River system. Looking at the bigger picture, China's decision to turn the Three Gorges into this massive fish sanctuary is pretty cool. It's like a huge experiment in ecological protection. They've made some awesome progress over the last decade or so, but there's still work to be done. It's going to take everyone, scientists, government folks, and regular people like us, working together to keep this ecosystem healthy for future generations. And that's all for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you in the next one.